Hello, and welcome to Exchange Student in Fiverland. My name is Mary, or Mary Gale on Plurk and Ravelry. Um, Today is March 2nd, 2011, episode 5. Yay! And as seems to be the theme, it is kind of a holiday today. It's Read Across America Day, also known as Dr. Seuss's birthday, and my dad's birthday. So happy birthday, Dad, who's not watching, I'm sure, because he doesn't even know about the podcast. But if he ever finds it, happy birthday. And let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to thank you for your concern about my daughter, Kira. She's doing fine. She had pneumonia, but it ended up being a mild case, I guess, if pneumonia can be mild, because she got over it really quickly. And also, some sad news. Last Friday, we had to put our dog Charlie to sleep. But thank you for your concern with that. He's better off now. He ended up having cancer in his nose, and it was sad. But we have two other dogs, Scully and Skyla, and they seem to be doing okay, and the kids seem to be doing okay. It was me, because Charlie was kind of my dog, and so it was difficult, but like I said, he's happier now. He's not in pain, and so that's a depressing way to start the podcast, but everything's okay now. Thank you for your concern and your well wishes. Let me go ahead and get started with my finished objects. I seem to be a little obsessed with the iPod cozies, but this started off with for my son, actually, because he's listening to Harry Potter, and he came up to me and told me that his headphone was broken, and so I found a pattern for just the cover of this, and it was really super easy. I did it with Magic Loop, of course. The only problem is I had a hard time. I guess I cut the tail a little too short, and I have a hard time weaving in that end. But I did it twice. The first one, I couldn't get the size right. The second one, before I pulled it off the needles, I actually put it on the headphone, and that seemed to help a lot. And then I made the cozy, and I think it looks, this is leftover sock yarn. He has socks that match, which ended up being really cute and stripy, but I think it looks kind of silly since the pattern's kind of random, but he is a random kid, so it probably doesn't matter very much. So anyway, that's one of my finished objects. The other big finished object I don't have to show you because I mailed it off to my mother-in-law. It's the pink ribbon socks I made in purple, and I mailed those off to her last week, and I kind of stopped working on everything else in order to make sure that I got them done. Her birthday was last Monday, and I tried really hard to get it done by then, but I didn't. But I did get it done in time for her to take to the Mayo Clinic. It was actually kind of a funny story. When I got finished with them, I posted pictures on Facebook, which my mother-in-law is on Facebook, but she never, ever, ever updates. She never, ever goes on there. So when I put the pictures on, I said to my aunt-in-law, my mother-in-law's sister, shh, these are a secret. And not 2 seconds later, she wrote back, my mother-in-law wrote back to me and said, I'm listening, which is funny because, like I said, she's never on there. But it didn't bother me. She liked the picture, and I told her what they were for, and she was touched and excited about it. So it was just ironic that she was on Facebook, even though she's never on Facebook. With the pink ribbon socks, what I learned was not every pair of socks can be done 2 at a time easily, because they were top down, cuff down, and the way the pattern was, once you worked the pattern before you got to the heel, you had to actually rearrange it, so it made it a little difficult. but I worked through it. And I also learned how to do the Kitchener stitch on the toes, which was fun. It was surprisingly really easy, it was one of those terms. I guess most terms, I think, sound difficult until you do it, and then it ends up being really easy. I used Knit Freedom's ebook. Leah has an ebook that I talked about last month that has different videos, and Kitchener was one of the videos, and so I used that and I whipped through it really easily, and it turned out really nice. I guess that's all for my finished objects. Makes me kind of sad because I like to have lots of finished objects, but like I said, I put everything down and worked solely on the pink ribbon socks for a long time. A long time being like a week. As far as my works in progress, I of course have my husband's scarf. Haven't touched it, but I want to. I'm just waiting for those pictures to get done. This has really cool, I think it's called a star stitch, and I really want to get back to it. I'll just have to start nagging, I guess. I thought maybe if I just didn't say anything, it would get done. You know how that works. Another work in progress. Oh, I have my mystery socks are so close to being done. They're so pretty. I love the heel. I don't know if this is picking up very well. They're so long. I usually get tired with the leg, so I finish it before now. I just started on the cuff, and it says in the directions you can do one, or you can do 2 or 3. She said for her she did 3 repeats. I don't know if I'll get that far or not, but those are almost done. They needed to be finished, I think it was like the 25th of February, and I was determined to get finished so I was eligible for the prizes. So I'm working, and I knew I had the option of taking one because you only had to have one finished in time. But I really wanted to work on 2, get them both finished so I don't have to worry about it. But what happened was the day before they needed to be finished, I think at 2 o'clock the next day, and I was sat down the night before and I'm working, and ends up we lose power, and I have all of my information on my computer because I didn't print off the pattern, and so that was a problem because my computer has really low battery life. And second problem is I didn't have lights, and then the third problem was we had a tornado watch. Ended up having to go and get the kids and take them down in the basement, so I just didn't get the socks finished, which was fine. I'm gonna get them finished. I just didn't win any of the prizes, but that's okay because I have 2 other eligible prizes that I'm working on. I'm working on the Sock Knitters Anonymous. Sorry, my notes are all the way down there. Working on the Sock Knitters Anonymous group Cal for February. Had to be cast on by the end of February, and I did it on the 28th. But I'm working on socks for my husband. They're called Big Boss Man socks. The sock Cal needed to be meet certain criteria, which I don't remember what they were, but these ones do. There need to be from one of the options was for it to be for a man, and so here is the yarn. I just started, just cast on. That's all I've done. Cast on in maybe 2 rows. The sock is called Trekking Hand Art. I think it's Karuna is how you pronounce it. It's really pretty. He picked it out. We went to our local yarn shop, Bliss Yarns, and the last Friday of every month they have Double Punch Friday, and so I'm working on getting 20, like once you get your whole card punched you get $20 off, and I only have 1 more slot, so that's exciting. And our dogs have been really barky lately, I'm sorry. The other thing I'm working on is I wanted to wrap his whole iPod in yarn. So now I'm working on an iPod cozy that matches. And I would like to make, I don't know how much yarn, I don't know how much it takes, I don't know anything about it. But if I have enough, I'd like to make a necklace out of it so you could just wear it around. And that is it. My next project that I haven't cast on yet, but I'm really excited about, is this project from Annie's Hook and Needle Kit Club Watercolors Felted Bag. I'm gonna try felting. Woo! I'm very excited about it. This kit comes with a pattern for either a knit or a crochet bag. And I'm obviously going to knit it. It comes complete with a button and everything. I have no idea how old this kit is. I haven't looked it up online to see if it's available. I have a feeling it's not, because I got it from my mom when I was up visiting my mom and dad over Christmas. My mom gave me a whole bunch of yarn, and that was in it. And so that's my next project. And another thing I wanted to talk about was this magazine. One of the borders here in Nashville is going out of business, the one in Cool Springs. And so we stopped by on Friday and had a look around. I really like Borders because I love books. But Borders is a little more expensive than what I'm used to paying. I like discount. That makes me sound really cheap, which I kind of am. I don't have a job, so I have to be cheap. But anyway, I didn't find any good deals on books at Borders. They were only 20% off, which in my opinion is about the price of what I can find a book for, minus the 20% discount if I go somewhere else like Amazon or wherever else I could find a book. So I didn't find any books, but the magazines were 40% off. So I found the Knitter magazine, issue 27, and the reason that I picked it up was because of this right here. Says Confident Cables, correcting mistakes without ripping back. So there's a section about cabling and how to read charts and how to fix your mistakes, and I thought that would be really interesting. I haven't had a chance to look through it, or I haven't taken the opportunity that I have had to look through it very closely, but I thought that would be really interesting, really helpful for building up my cabling skills. And then of course I found some patterns that I like too. This one it's called Arlen. It's got a little jacket. It's short sleeve, so I think I would probably make it long sleeve. But it looks like it'd be a really quick, there's a glare, sorry. Looks like it'd be thick, quick knit. So I like that. And I kind of fell in love with this one called Morana, which from the front it looks kind of cute. I don't know about the color work, but I like, and I don't know if you can see the details that I actually fell in love with, was right under her arm. Looks like she's got some cables right there that I thought were cool. And it's also a hoodie, which I think is cute. I don't know if I will ever make it. I hope so. I'm going the wrong way, sorry. I hope so, because it's cute, but it's so long, and I'm used to little socks. So we'll see. And then the last thing I wanted to point out was this little hat that also looks like it wouldn't take very long to knit. And it's kind of different than what I normally see, and I like different, but I still think I might wear it. Maybe not. Maybe I'll make it for Kira. There you go. So the Knitter magazine, 40% off. Goodbye. Goodbye, not bye-bye. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about was something my little family has become obsessed with lately. Maybe not our whole family, maybe just me. It's available on the iPod or iPod Touch or the iPhone or the iPad. we have it for our DSs. It's called Plants vs. Zombies, also available on your computer. I love this game. It's got, it's like a little strategy game where you build up your plants. Like, the zombies are trying to get into your house in order to eat your brains. And so you have a bunch of plants like that protect your house, where you have sunflowers, which give your plants energy, and you gobble up, like the sunflowers produce sun, and then you buy all of these different plants. Pea shooters, there's a corn pult where you shoot corns at the zombies, and then there's all these different kinds of zombies that come and try to get into your house. And the thing about the DS that is so fun is they have a versus where, like in the other versions, you're always the plants. You're always trying to protect your house. But in versus, you can choose, like my son chooses to be the zombies and I choose to be the plants, and keep each other, try to get to the other side. And it's really fun, and I think that you would enjoy it. If I know Angry Birds is one of those that's really popular for the iPad or iPhone, and Plants vs. Zombies is just as addictive, if not more so. I love it. So that was my endorsement. Not knitting, game related, fun stuff for the whole family. If you don't mind your kids talking about zombies and eating brains and stuff. So, I'm sorry this is kind of short. Maybe I shouldn't apologize. Maybe that's what you would like. It's almost at 17 minutes. But that's all I have to talk about, really. I wanted to thank you for coming and stopping by. I have a couple of reviews on iTunes, which was really exciting. I didn't really pay attention to that kind of thing. I don't look at it, and so when I did look at it and see that there were 2 and they were 5-star, it really made me happy. So thank you very much for that. I'm really just doing this because I think it's fun. I like to show off my knitting, and so I appreciate that you could come and join me and look and see what I'm knitting, and I really appreciate all the help that y'all give me when I have questions, which I seem to have a lot of. But thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to, I don't know what I was going to say. I lost train of thought. So anyway, thank you. Have a good day. See you next week. Bye.